I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go, I got a flight up in the morning. Someday, I'm someone, tell me I'm someone, doing alright. Somewhere, I'll find out someone that's somebody that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wildcard matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Redskins going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now Moore. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Sua Cravens in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Moore now. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
Now the first carry for Matt Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from 33.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. And here's the Redskin defense.
Josh Norman was not a first-round pick when he entered the NFL, but he always thought he should be. Never lacked for confidence, and now he plays at a Pro Bowl level.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And this one caught by Des Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hurry up, here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the cutback to the sideline. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Sliding out of the pocket. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run with Marshall. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And here's Marshall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And a cut touchdown, Washington. Keith Marshall, 43 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Third down and 12. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Another pistol look here.
Here we go now.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Jalen Smith out of Notre Dame. Partner, that's got to be one of the best stories in the NFL, seeing him out on the field.
Yeah, it really is. That injury that he had during the bowl game against Ohio State. Boy, that hurt his draft stock. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Keith Marshall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here's a direct snap to Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. A big run that time by Elliott. 55 yards. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete. More now. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Two receivers left, one to the right.
Let's go. Boo,
First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. After the penalty, it's Jones. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriots!
Cousins to throw it. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Wildcat look. It's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense showing blitz. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Moore. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. Following the interception, Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. A second down throw for Cousins. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back up. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder. as time expires in the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Sua Cravens in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. Bryant, the lone receiver left. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. Then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means may have him, and he's in another spot. The next defender may have him, and they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Play clock winding down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
Running with Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. This is Marshall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Second down, Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd down now following the completed pass. Crowder in motion here right. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Pryor has it complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Moore now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue, land it!
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
All right, here we go.
Now Moore. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the eye. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency. Get to the line of scrimmage. Snap the ball.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now a second down throw for Cousins. His throw incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now this time he'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 3 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Moore now. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Moore. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
All right, here we go. Green, 30. Here we go. Green, 19.
Cousins now on second down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the play clock's running down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
4 down, 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
One man in the backfield, that's Jones. They'll get the football here. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, we got tight left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now Marshall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's second down.
Ringo.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I'm coming after you. Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Play action. They'll throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go. Leopard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And that's caught by Beasley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Now let's go.
Moore now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen. and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Their season, it comes to an end here in the wild card round.
And their goal was to win a divisional round game and get to the conference championship, but they weren't able to get that done. But I don't think it's all negative here. I think it's still a very good season. Didn't quite get there. I bet you we'll see a few of these players in street clothes at the conference title game, soaking it up and vowing to get there themselves next season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.